Hello Rack Pack, Rackhamder here, back bringing you another episode of Road to King of Games, the series where I do my best to take a budget-friendly deck and hit King of Games with it. Using my own little special kind of set of rules, we're going to be doing... I've kind of made my own little rule set available in order to actually kind of dictate whether or not it's a deck that's budget-friendly or not. Mainly, if it's from a mini box, it is fair game, 100%. Or if any of the or basically any cards from a mini box is 100% fair game. And then if it's from a big box, it has to be contained in a single big box. So for example, Fortune Ladies has to be contained, or I can use it as long as I only use the big box cards. And of course I don't use all of them, so I don't reset a crap ton of boxes, with a couple of exceptions because it's more fun. So for example, I did play a more expensive version of Fortune Ladies just to kind of show it off, and then I also played a more expensive hero deck in which I use structure deck cards. Since it is a quote-unquote budget budget to King of Games instead of free to play to King of Games, structure decks are mostly fair game because they're guaranteed cards and it's really useful for budget players. However, for the most part, I tried to avoid you know, investing into them simply because it does cost money. I want to try to make it less, you know, as cost effective as possible. Once again, we are streaming this on Twitch, so if you want to check out the next stream of my Duel Links content, be sure to check it out on it'll be this Friday. So I think that is the 18th, 17th is the 17th will be the next stream on Friday. Probably stream for another few hours, hanging out with chat, discussing decks, and just kind of having a good time. So be sure to check it out. Follow me, twitch.tv/rackhamdar, and we'll have some card game shenanigans. We also got a release date for Legends of Runeterra. So that would have sucked. January 23rd to 24th is when they're going to finally release the open beta for Legends of Runeterra, which will mean we're going to be splitting our Yu-Gi-Oh content up a little bit in favor of playing that. I'm hoping that I can hit King of Games before I jump into Runeterra. I do have a lot of next week to do a bunch of streaming and video uploading, so I should be able to hit King of Games before the end of the, right before Legends of Runeterra finally hits and I get absorbed into that. So, without further ado, the deck that we're going to be playing for today's episode is once again Shiranui's. This is going to be the deck that I finish hitting King of Games with. There's a couple of variants to this deck that I also will be trying out, and you'll know that, or those will be future videos once I figure out exactly how I want to play them. Most of those are 30 card decks and that use Grass Looks Greener, and they're pretty good. They're not terrible. You would think they'd be a little bit worse, but turns out they are fairly solid. So, since the last video, I have managed to acquire 3 copies of Solitaire and 3 copies of Squire. I do not believe 3 Solitaire is good or required for the deck, or I do believe, however, 3 Squire is. Squire is your main enabler and starting turn play, allowing you to get crucial cards into the graveyard, such as Spectral Sword, or just getting a really solid level 7 Synchro. We have also made a couple of... I do like having 3 copies of the Solitaire. Sorry, I kind of interrupted my own self. I do like having 3 copies of Solitaire, as it's another easy way to get more cards into the graveyard and kind of set up those for future plays. One of the main issues with Shiranui's is their turn 1 plays are a little lackluster. They do require at least 1 turn of setup to really pop off with a bunch of Synchro summons. Shiranui Squire only gets you 1 Synchro. Like, all of these monsters really only get you 1 Synchro, with a very good amount of, with like a very few exceptions. I don't think it's kind of hard to get more than 1 Synchro, and so usually we want to back it up with back row cards. However, like I said, I'm trying to keep this as budget friendly as possible, so the optimal back row cards are not being used. I will go ahead and say that if you were to play this the most optimal way possible, 2 copies of Paleozoic Canadia, 1 copy, maybe a copy or 2 of Floodgates, and Cosmic Cyclone. So 2 copies of Cosmic Cyclone, and I would personally run Gold Sarcophagus. It's just a really good way to get cards from your deck into the banish pile in order to utilize their effects. Additionally, if you do not play around with the banish pile, after 2 turns you can get that card back. So it could be, if it's something like a Spirit Master, he can start summoning from the graveyard and do something as a follow-up play 2 turns down the road. But usually, especially with Solitaire, you can probably get your, like, the banished monster can come to the field. You can do stuff with it. You don't have to wait until Gold Sarcophagus uses its effect. You just have to, you can play around with that card and make plays with it before the Gold Sarcophagus finishes its move. So, those are some of the stuff that I would do. You know, other back row cards, Wall of Disruption, whatnot, maybe just stuff in order to help protect you so that your turn 1 play isn't super bad. Now, I did make a couple of back row adjustments. So I got rid of Debunk. It was kind of not super great. It was kind of throwing me off. I didn't like it. So I do have 3 copies of the Sealing Ceremony of Catan. This is a rare from a really old mini box called Dawn of Destiny. It is rare, but it's a pretty decent card in Shiranui's, and it has won me a couple of games. There was one time my opponent used Kiteroid. I banished his Kiteroid alongside of my monster. So it can come in handy to get rid of some problematic cards in your opponent's graveyard. Just be a little careful. I accidentally banished a Thunder Dragon monster one time, and that didn't go very well because they like to be banished too. So pretty good stuff there. We're running 1 copy of Book of Life. This does have a huge requirement in that your opponent has to have something in the graveyard. So it's a really problematic dead card if your opponent doesn't have anything. 1 copy of Enemy Controller, because it's really, really good. Enemy Controller is just a, you know, it's Enemy Controller. If you haven't learned playing Duel Links yet, Enemy Controller is like one of the best cards and has been that way ever since. And we are playing World Legacy Clash as well as our second semi-limited card. This card is just really nice because it does activate the effects of your monsters, and then it's just a well-rounded card that can help you close out some games or protect your monster on the field. And then finally, I have 1 copy of Countergate. This is just another means of protection in case my field gets destroyed or anything of that nature. So I think this is a pretty decent, well-rounded back row lineup, but for the most part, if you have access to those other really good back row options, I would definitely suggest playing those instead. So, and then finally, as you may have noticed, we got rid of the Necro Dragon. The thing with Necro Dragon is Shiranui Squire has this downside, not really downside, but like a kind of restriction. When you activate the special summon effect, you can't special summon monsters except zombies for the rest of the turn. And that means some of your Necro Dragon plays can't be used because it is unfortunately a dragon. And sometimes it just kind of conflicted with the goal of the deck to spawn these big synchro monsters, blow up your opponent's cards, and then retaliate with bigger synchros. So I just kind of got rid of it, thought it would be a little bit more beneficial to rely only on the synchro summoning, and I kind of like it. I think it's pretty solid. We do have 2 copies of Squire Saga in place of the other Necro Dragon, and I do like this because sometimes you have a follow-up with 2 Squires, and maybe this one your first one got destroyed, or I don't know, something happened to it that your opponent did. So usually it's nice to have another follow-up play, because this is one of your main ways to blow up cards on the field until you can get your big boy out to the field instead. So that's about it for the deck. We are playing Sealed Tombs, so Konami actually made a skill ticket. I used that to get Sealed Tombs, one of the best skills in the entire game. Until the end of your opponent's next turn, neither player can banish cards from the graveyard or special summon monsters from the graveyard. It does have a little bit of negative synergy with your own deck, because you do want to banish cards on your opponent's turn with this card to pop your Spirit Master or something of that nature. But for the most part, your turn, on your opponent's turn, you can't really do much that involves the banishing, because you're trying to open up with these 2 cards in order to actually get stuff rolling. And so it's just really nice to help make sure that your opponent can't make any plays and it's just really good stuff there. Knowing when to seal tombs is pretty difficult though. Sometimes your opponent isn't making a play anyway, and it would have been better to hold on to it, or sometimes you hold on to it and your opponent pops off. Just kind of have to keep playing and get used to the idea, get used to knowing when to use it. Alright, so that sums up for this. Because we are... So one of the things that I mentioned during one of my videos is I'm going to be playing some of my duels off YouTube. It turns out I'm going to just end up streaming most of them, so if you want to see every duel that I played, be sure to check out the stream channel, twitch.tv/Rakumdar, like I mentioned before. I do have all of the videos highlighted in VOD format on the Twitch website, so you can always go there, check out the different stuff. But since we are Gold 7, we are right on the cusp of Platinum, and I did say, or one of my goals is to make sure that if I'm on the cusp of a important milestone in the ranked ladder, I'm going to record and try to get stuff for it. So we do have a pretty not great hand, so I'm thinking that we're going to Spectral Sword. I think we might just set the Spectral Sword and pass. I don't know, this isn't a super great opening here. I would really like to... The main thing is, if we Synchro Summon, the monster will be banished. And I'm not too sure I want to do that quite yet. So I think we're just going to set the Spectral Sword, and then set our back row and pass. I'm not sure if I want to seal tombs. I don't know if I want to do that. The main thing is my opponent won't know that I'm Shiranui's. If they're playing sealed tombs as well, that's a big problem. I don't like that. Here we would have Cosmic Cyclone. Ooh, it looks like they're going into some plays here. Go right ahead, destroy my monster. Alright, so this is not too bad. This is not too bad. If this card... Let's see, if this card is banished... Wait, no. That's my monster. His monster. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard... Alright, so that's kind of a problem here. He's going to get one of his dragons, I think. So I do want to start... I do want to make a play. I want to make a push. Going to go for our level 3. I want to start making stuff happen. We're going to pop some stuff. Let's see. World Legacy Clash. Do I want to get the other monster to the field? I think I do. I don't know. I don't know if I want to get another monster or if I want to activate to blow up a back row card. It's kind of a major problem, sort of. Yeah. I think I want to save this for a follow-up play. Because if we draw into our Squire or our... draw into a Squire, we'll be able to activate the graveyard effect. So I'm going to go ahead and go straight down the middle. And then we'll activate... Ooh, Drowning Mirror Force. That is a good card. Bam. So this will activate. He's going to be playing... Oh, what? I'm going to set. And then I'm going to activate Sealed Tombs. I do not want him to summon from the graveyard, so we're going to do that. I imagine one of these might be a Silver's Cry, in which case we do not like that. Exactly what I was looking for. Solitaire, come to me, friend. And we will tribute the Solitaire in order to summon the level 3. And then now we can actually special summon with the Solitaire. And this will bring the level 6. We're gonna go ahead and activate this to banish the level 6. And we're gonna go through the left. And then we'll do... Nope. And now we're going to activate this. And we will return to the extra deck 1 card. So I think what we're going to do is return... I think we'll return this. Alright, pop that one, and bam. That is GG. Sealed Tombs really paid off there. This is what I was saying. Sealed Tombs just really prevent your opponent from doing a lot of stuff. One of the strongest skills in the entire game. If I didn't Seal Tombs, he would have been able to summon that monster, potentially went even further from there. That's not good. Because that monster would have destroyed one of my back row cards. There it is, Platinum. We're almost there, boys, almost there. I think I have to win like 3 in a row. Platinum I have to win 4 in a row, and then I think Legend I have to win 5 in a row, so it gets increasingly difficult. If we make Platinum in this video, we are going to probably play a couple more depending on how much time is left. But these are going by pretty quickly, so I imagine it'll be alright. Alright, so he's playing Odeon. Odeon likes to play a bunch of traps. I'm a little nervous myself. Hopefully he doesn't end up being that way. This deck does have good advantage. So like, oh, 1 card. That's not good. This is kind of bad. I want to blow this card up, but at the same time, I don't know if I should... I don't want to waste that many resources. So I think I'm just going to set. See what he does. That card, I think that card can be activated. Might be oh. There we go. Solitaire. I like you. They're going to activate this guy, summon the Solitaire. Oh no. Solitaire can only summon from the deck. That's not super great. I think we're gonna do it anyway. Alright, seems like he's not having any of it. We actually don't have a way to destroy that back row card like he probably thinks. But we take those. I've had this happen quite a lot. A lot of people are just straight up rage quitting. I know Shiranuis are good and all, but I mean, I don't feel like they're a frustrating deck to play against. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he bricked as well. A lot of people, if they brick, they're just like, screw this, I'm out. What was his play? Probably, oh. DNA Surgery, I don't know. What is this? Could have been a drowning. I might have actually lost to a drowning if that was the case. Oh, he wants to turn everybody into a warrior so that he can use... That's cheesy. That's cheesy. Get out of here. Get out of here. My samurais are honorable. Your petty attempts at victory will not make us budge. We will win through our power, our sheer... I don't know. I don't know where that's going. Good cheese, get him out of here. Alright, so we do have not a terrible opening here. Okay, he's playing Red Eyes? Blackstone Legend? I think that's Red Eyes, yeah. Red Eyes and Blue Eyes are kind of like they're super similar in their like in the types of cards that they have. So it's very interesting to me because they, I don't know, I feel like Konami kind of lost track of what they wanted to do with Red Eyes. They gave Blue Eyes a ton of really good support, and then Red Eyes, they were like, Red Eyes needs to be better too. Do the same thing? Question mark. And then they kind of just did their thing. Wasn't super great, but hey, it's all right. All right, so Spirit Master will summon the Solitaire. Okay, he's doing Return of Red Eyes. Okay. All right, so we're going to activate this, tribute him, summon the level 3. I think what I'm going to do is Book of Life, target this, bring it back, and then we're going to Synchro Shokan. Sealing Ceremony of Catan. Do this. Activate Squire Saga. Banish this. Blow up your back row. Spirit Master. Blow up your front row. And we are good. Oh, Retro Dragon. You can bring Red Eyes back to the field. Ooh, no, I couldn't use my skill because Spirit Master, I had to banish it. We have Ceremony of Catan. I wonder. I think I want to just get rid of. Yeah, so I think we're going to activate Seal Tombs. I'm going to make him... I want him to believe that my back row cards can stop his attack. So we're just going to Sealed Tombs. And make it so that he can't special summon. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Perfect. Okay. All right. World Legacy Clash. Interesting. All right, so I could banish the Squire Saga to bring... Because when this gets banished, I can bring back the Squire Saga if I really need to, or wanted to. Or I can banish the level 3 tuner. Actually, I don't think that's what we're going to do. Actually, what am I doing? We can just do this. Tribute. Red Eyes Spirit. I'm going to chain this to banish the... Banish the Squire Saga. Banish this. And then we'll summon the tuner from our deck. Solitaire will summon... I'm going to summon the level 4. And then we'll set this. And we can end our turn. The moment he summons the double summons the Archfiend. I'm gonna do this. Banish that. And we're going to banish the Red Eyes. And then Spirit Master is going to destroy his card. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. And that's GG. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. I really like the continuous trap as part of the free-to-play build. Recycling your resources. Platinum! Platinum is achieved. Our honor goes beyond the petty attempts of full-heartedness by our opponents. Look at all these wins. We have a couple of losses in there. Couple of losses. Platinum's going to be a little bit more challenging, but I do believe we can fare fairly pretty well. We're going to start seeing a lot more top tier decks. I'm a little scared that we're going to be seeing too many top tier decks. I'm hoping that this can compete, being as free to play / budget friendly as I have it. Playing balance. Nice streak, dude. Yeah, man. Alright, so here we go. We're gonna play this. Activate this. Tribute. Level 2. Special summon level 2. Set. Set. Alright. I'm gonna see a lot more. Oh no. Fucking really? Yeah, this is one of those issues, man. One of those issues. This deck does not fare well if, So this is one of the toughest decks for this. We don't run Cosmic Cyclone, so... Why didn't you kill that? I can't even use the graveyard, friend. We're gonna do this. And then I'm actually just going to do this. Lower this, and I need to blow up the Necro Valley. I cannot let Necro Valley stay the way it is. I could banish that and maybe special summon back to the field in order to synchro. I think I'm going to. I think we're going to. This is the top tier play. We need to synchro. And then we also have another effect. Or we have a means to destroy face up with this if we need to. What does this guy do? Okay. So I might. I don't think Sealed Tombs is worth it right now. I don't want to use Sealed Tombs because. Okay, Draining Shield. Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. We managed to play around everything quite nicely. And what does this do? You contribute one other... And so we'll activate this, banishing the Spirit Master, banishing this. And then we will destroy this. Ah, man. That's so unfortunate. Activate this. Oh, I should have used Sealed Tombs. No way. No. Okay, he's... Okay, Supernaturalist. That's fine, that's fine. That is fine. Okay, we're good, we're good. He's gonna get Necro Valley. He's gonna get Necro Valley. But that's fine. We are fine. He can't kill us. He cannot kill us. Okay. Whew. Top tier decks can't save bottom tier plays. Yeah, dude. Oh, he's not getting Necro Valley. Is that his only copy in Necro Valley? Squire, baby! Let's go. Okay. I think we can win. Alright, give me my level 3. Alright, so we have this. Oh no, I can't destroy. Okay, Squire, draw a card. Discard the level 2, let's go! Unfortunately, he has nothing in his graveyard. And we don't have anything either, right? Like, we can't use the banish effect. So we're just going to Sealed Tombs. Blow him up. Does he have Destiny Draw? He might have... Does he have... He has Balance. Nope, we can go in. We can go in. No Destiny Draw. Let's go. I think that's it. That is GG. I believe that is GG. Yeah. I'm gonna hold on to the Spirit Master for a follow-up play just to be safe. And that is it. Let's go. Gravekeeper Necro Valley decks are the most infuriating to deal with when you're playing a non-meta version of this deck. The meta version has Cosmic Cyclone, and there are ways that you can... The Cosmic Cyclone allows you to deal with this deck so much easier, but without Cosmic Cyclone it can be a little bit difficult. So, only one Necro Valley in his deck, that's why he couldn't search it. Whew. Nice. It's because of this guy. If there's Necro Valley in the field zone, this card cannot be destroyed by card effects. Necro Valley and any card in the field zone cannot be destroyed by card effects. So, as long as this guy's on the field with Necro Valley, if you don't have Cosmic Cyclone, it can be a very, very difficult thing to get over. But yeah, I feel like that's going to be a decent spot to stop for this video. We hit Platinum. We're hitting there, or getting there, Road to King of Games. Remember, next Friday, or not next Friday, but this Friday, the 17th, will be the next stream. Be sure to tune in. If you want to see all these types of plays live. Of course, follow the channel and all that stuff. Legends of Runeterra is coming soon, so I'm really excited about that as well. Lots of good things coming. Really excited to continue creating more card game content. So, be sure to hit the subscribe button for more of that and the bell notification icon so you'll always be notified when a video goes live. And that'll be it for me. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you guys next time. Later!